I'm now talking with Mr. Percy Ebbels about Joseph Gutman and the wine hall at the turn of the century, around about 1898 to 1900. Percy, I believe Joseph Gutman, or Gutman, tried to build a hotel in Olinda. It wasn't successful. What happened then?
Hotel, he couldn't get it. So he put in then for the wine licence, which he got. In those days, as long as you had a signature of a few people and a JP, you could get a licence. You didn't have to go through the licensing court like you do now. Well, then that was when Grants that owned the Dulce Dome, he applied for a licence. Well, to get that licence, he had to go around Falls Road, like down, not Falls Road, down the main road towards Mount Dandenong, till you come to where the buggy wheels is, and down Dickens Lane, and back in that way, where Cardine Nurseries are. And that's how he got the grant, got the licence. But of course, 6 months after the licence, the fence was open. They come in the other way, coming off Monash Road, Falls Road. Well, then later on, after that, there was Snyder's, Burt's, Firk's, Mittlin's, Williamson's, and they all travelled that road. They decided they'd amalgamate and put that piece in from the where the roads fork there. And one lot goes down Williams Road, and the other one goes round onto
Another guest house in Williams Road was Mittlin's guest house, which they called Waldheim.
Mittlin's, they had a good guest. It was Miss Pratt and Mrs. Mittlin, they were sisters. And they had I think they only took about half a dozen, but they had a very good name. The meals were very good, I believe.
What was it called?
yes, Waldheim.
Oh, Waldheim, yes.
Whereabouts was that?
These two sisters still live there.
Yeah.
Now, what road?
There's something called Williams Road.
Williams Road. Yeah.
Oh, it's still there?
It's still there.
Oh.
Two-year-old sisters still live
Oh, I
there.
must go and take a photo. Well, you know where that other chap was, had all the old vehicles, Albers.
Albers, yes.
Well, then next again,
Next
that
on
was...
to that. And the two old sisters, old Jack Dog told us once that in the early days, the two of them carried a stove up from Bayswater Station, up no road, up over the mountain and all the way up there. Two big women, weren't they?
Yeah.
Old Dulce Dome was a pretty rough sort of a place, though.
Was it?
Oh, yes. And when I first came, it wasn't so bad. Well, then there was a woman called Jessie Allen. She came from the Red Line in Paran. They said it had a pretty good name. And
And old Jessie, she was a funny old thing.
A real typical old barmaid, wasn't she? Fat and washerwoman type.
Now, the Dulcie Doe was the original pub, is that right?
That's right,
Ah,
yeah.
yes.
Just over on the hill over here.
Is it? I haven't been able to
Is
praise
that
it.
too strong?
That's lovely.
We'll get a sugar in a minute.
There's no sugar in it.
No sugar.
And I remember Jessie, chap was, she used to have a different crowd over there. Old Squizzy Taylor used to be there a lot, I believe.
Really?
And at any rate, she had this Gordon Winnicky staying there at one time. He was some relation of the present governor, I suppose I shouldn't mention his name.
I could always edit that out.
And he took her up to a dance at the hall with
We
Olinda.
used to have lovely dances there, didn't we?
And
They help yourself.
she was sitting just inside the door and I was standing by the... Oh, she sat down and said, sit down here and talk to me, for God's sake. She said, I get so lonely up here. so I sat down and talked to her. You got any vegetables over at your place? Oh, I said, we've got a few. Well, bring me over some vegetables, for God's sake. I can't get anything decent. And this Gordon Winnicky came along and she said, oh, Gordon, take me home. She said, I've been asking him to take me home, she said. And he looked at me, you're going to take her home. No, you can take her home.
She's done a real character.
Oh, she was. Fat and slovenly, wasn't she? Any old shape.
Yes.
Did you see the day she came round here on the dray?
No.
Jimmy Holmes used to live around the mount there, was their drug that she had a horse and dray there, a fellow doing some carting for her. So she got him to drive this chap home. She had him in the van. They came round this way, ran past our front gate there up the hill. And she said, I'm having a great time. Never been in a dray before, she said.
She was driving, was she?
No, she was just sitting there with Jimmy Holmes was in the back too.
Was it a fairly substantial sort of place, the Dulcie Doe, or just a shack?
It was a fairly large place, but it was built out of cased timber, I think a lot of it was, you know. Weatherboards outside, but they didn't look too bad.
Iris, what can you tell me about the Dulcie Doman?
The Dulcie Doman.
Oh, yes, we knew the grounds well.
Did you? Yes.
And when it was only a guest house before they turned into a hotel.
Oh, yes. They were the first people, were they?
Yes, for the hotel.
Right.
And I had to go grants for the
Grants.
Yes. And I had to make out, because we had to be 8 miles from Ferntree Gully
Yes.
there in those days. And they made out they sold the entrance down Williams Road. And they had to go right down, what do they call it, where Harry Vanderbilt, by the buggy wheels.
Yes.
What do they call that road?
Dickens Road.
Dickens Road, that's
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Dickens Lane, isn't it?
Yes,
That's right. Well, they had to go right round that way to get the mileage
Yes.
before they could get their licence.
Yes. Because I wondered it's such an out-of-the-way place now.
Yes.
Now
Now, yes. Well, then, of course, it got burnt down.
Yes.
And when they finished the Mount Dandenong Road,
Yes.
but one time that used to be a terrible bog hole.
Yes.
Just down by the hotel, because it's flat there, see?
Yes.
And Mr. Williams had the strawberry patch where the hotel is,
Yes.
and had his horses, you know, because more horses then. And he used to make quite a bit of money with pulling people out.
Yes.
So, of course, when
I've
the
heard
road...
tell that he used to water the road specially too.
You heard that?
Yes.
And then, of course, when the road got finished, well, of course, Dulcie Doman got burnt, and
Yes.
they were able to build the hotel. Well, of course, it's in a better position, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yes, right out of the way where it
Yes.
was before.
Yes.
But that's how they took it out of the way, because they had to do their mileage to get it, see.
Yeah.
In November 1939, Dulcie Doman burnt down.
Now, when you were a boy, your dad was... He had a dairy, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
What did he have before that?
Well, actually nothing.
No.
He had the first cow in the hills. He had that cow when he was camped in that hut.
Ah, yes.
That's what started him off on it, actually.
Yes.
Nice luck.
Well, what was your first job, Chris?
Milking cows.
Milking cows.
Yeah, that was my first job, milking cows as a kid and delivering milk and cleaning sheds. Whatever, general farm work.
And you delivered milk on what, a horse?
Per boot.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all delivered milk. On our way to school, picked the cans up on the way home.
Yeah.
And then, as it grew, horse come into it then, horse and cart business come into it then. And from then on, it was horse and cart, and then later on a bus. But I wasn't in it, I had nothing to do with it, then I'd got out of it by that time. There wasn't enough in it, a lot of it. There was too much damned hard work. What you made in the summer, you spent in the winter. Guppy is hopeless for cattle or dairying or anything like that. The winter's too long. And the guts in the grass is not much good either. There's not much in the vitamin line in it. Compared with grass grown on the flatter country and the poorer type of country.
So what you did was gathering loads and loads of hay, I suppose, for the winter?
Well, you planted so much oats and that for hay for the winter, and maize. But as I say, what you made in the summer, you spent in the winter, because you didn't have enough ground for one thing to grow the stuff on. Well, then you start to lease ground. Well, then that's taking the good edge off.
How did the round go in the end?
Well, I was on Sherbrooke and of course to Mount Dandenong. We passed there until the war broke out, and then they zoned it to cut the overlapping on account of petrol.
I'm surprised people didn't have their own cars. I suppose a lot did.
Well, you see, you take a 10-acre block, and if you're going to keep a cow, well, you've got to grow the feed first. And you've got to spend the time milking twice a day, 365 days a year. It's all right if you've got a family and you've got enough ground to do it. But just for the ordinary man that had a couple of kids or that, well, the kids could milk the cow, but then who was going there at school, who was going to look after it? You see the mum with that, and if the old man's out working, well, he is. Because in those days you went to work, start work at 7:30. Well, in most cases they walked. Well, this Frank Hodges, that I just had at the blacksmith shop, his brother owned a property down on Perrins Creek Road. You've been around that Perrins Creek Road. Well, you know that when you go in from this end, well, no, it's from the other end. I'm not really alluding to, but it doesn't matter either way. That very sharp bend around the creek there, where the creek crosses Perrins Creek Road, from the Olinda end first. Well, that's the Perrins Creek. That rises up there and runs into the Monbolt Creek, or the Sasswood Creek down at Begley's Bridge, all the tie up there. Well, he had that block, his block run down onto that bend, over the creek, both sides of the creek. Well, he lived in there, but he used to work at Sir Matthew Davis's, or Bruce's. Well, it was Sir Matthew Davis's when he was working there. Well, he used to walk from there down to there, night and morning.
How far is it?
Well, as the crow flies, but she's just about going straight nearly all the way. It'd be 3 to 4 miles. It'd be 3.5 to 4 miles.
Quite nice and a pleasant sunny day.
Oh yes, but then it's a journey back at night because you've been there all uphill.
Yeah. Through that cold, wet winter.
Yeah. I used to walk that every day.
Worked on Saturday then, didn't they?
Well, heck, just Saturday. Some worked all day Saturday, but even when I started work, used to work 2 to 12 Saturday. 7:30, 5:15, and 11:45, and so.
So once the people had enough energy to do anything after that, and if you had your footy and
Oh, you had your footy and cricket. But we were fitter.
I
Yeah,
can
because
believe
we,
it. I can believe it.
I could walk around those hills. Well, it's nothing for me to walk 4 or 5 miles chasing rabbits with a gun. Thought nothing of it. Good, well, 4 or 5 yards now and I'm sneaking.